Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of social class. I am Kavita here to present a very interesting concept from history part, that is Unit 1, Advent of Europeans to India. In previous class we discussed about Carnatic Wars. As a result of Carnatic Wars, of course, who gained upper hand in South India? That is none other than British. British had gained upper hand and British were successful to capture, to control over the South India, and French had lost all three wars, and as well as French had lost their political power in South India. In today's session, we are with a new concept and as well as the last topic from this lesson, that is the British rule in India. Here two important wars are there. Those are Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Before going to learn about Battle of Plassey, how British gained upper hand in Bengal region. After completion of all three Carnatic wars, British had gained upper hand in South India. It means they control over the South India, and French had lost their political power in South India. Next here, British wanted to capture Bengal region in the later part of 18th century. They target towards the Bengal region to capture Bengal region because Bengal was the most important rich area, because in the field of agriculture, in the field of commerce and in the field of industries. So that they want to capture Bengal region. Dastaka was issued by Mughal ruler Farrukhsiyar. Farrukhsiyar was the main person to issue dastakas to British East India Company. What is the meaning of dastakas? Dastakas, it means a license that can ensure anyone to import, export without paying any taxes are called dastakas. The dastakas was issued by Farrukhsiyar. To whom? That is British East India Company. When British East India Company got dastakats, it was one of the advantages for British East India Company. So later on they wanted to capture Bengal. That is the main reason the war started between British and Bengal Nawab. That war we call Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey, it was most important war for British and for as well as for Bengal Nawab. Alivardi Khan. Alivardi Khan, after death of Alivardi Khan, his grandson Siraj-ud-Daula became Nawab of Bengal region. Alivardi Khan was died in the year 1756. After death of Alivardi Khan, his grandson Siraj-ud-Daula became Nawab of Bengal region. So basically Siraj-ud-Daula was a young Nawab. So he wanted to rule Bengal region. Before that, British, they got main advantages in Bengal region, that is dastakat. Dastakas is the main thing because without any paying taxes they started to business in Bengal region. It was the plus point, it was one of the advantages for British East India Company. So the war started between Siraj-ud-Daula and British. Then what were the causes for Battle of Plassey? So here then the main reasons for Battle of Plassey. The reasons are misuse of dastakas, mending of the fort without permission, and main here Black Room tragedy. These are the main causes for Battle of Plassey. Then between whom did the war start? It is none other than Siraj-ud-Dowla and Robert Clive. The war started between Siraj-ud-Dowla and Robert Clive in the year 1757. When Battle of Plassey was started? In the year 1757 between Siraj-ud-Dowla and Robert Clive. Let us go to the first one reason, that is misuse of Dastakars. So who given Dastakars for British East India Company? Farrukh Siyar. Farrukh Siyar was the ruler of Mughal Empire. He given Dastakars for British East India Company. But British, they misused all the Dastakars so that its effect on financial condition in Bengal region. So this is one of the most important reason. And next one here, mending of the fort without permission. So without permission of Siraj-ud-Dowla, the British repaired William Fort at Calcutta, and as well as they kept cannons in fort. Without a permission of Siraj-ud-Dowla, they started to repair William Fort in Calcutta, and as well as they kept cannons in fort. This is the main reason. Another reason for Battle of Plassey, that is Black Room tragedy. Here basically without a permission of Siraj-ud-Dowla, British they started to repair William Fort at Calcutta. So that Siraj-ud-Dowla attacked on William Fort at Calcutta. So Siraj-ud-Dowla imprisoned 146 Englishmen in the small room. As a result, out of 146, 123 Englishmen were died in the small room. So that incident we call Black Room tragedy. This incident was tolerated by Robert Clive, so that Robert Clive declared war against Siraj-ud-Dowla. This war we call Battle of Plassey. So the Battle of Plassey, the war started between Siraj-ud-Dowla and as well as Robert Clive in the year 1757. So Black Room tragedy was the main causes for Battle of Plassey. So before that, Robert Clive had made an alliance with the local kings, the local persons like Manik Chand, Homi Chand and Jagat Singh. And main important here, Robert Clive was a successful person to convince Mir Jafar with him. Then who is Mir Jafar? Mir Jafar, he was the leader of Siraj-ud-Dowla military army. So Robert Clive was a successful person to convince the local kings. The main person, Mir Jafar. Mir Jafar was the leader of Siraj-ud-Dowla military army. So finally, because by offering the Nawab of Bengal, ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ತನ್ನ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ ಅರಸರ ಜೊತೆ ತನ್ನ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅವನು ಒಂದು ಒಪ್ಪಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾನೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ನ ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಬರಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾನೆ. ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಆಫರ್ ಮೂಲಕ ನವಾಬ್ನಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀನು ಈ ವಾರಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ? ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿರಾಜುದ್ದೌಲ್ ಮಿಲಿಟ್ರಿ. ಸಿರಾಜುದ್ದೌಲ್ನ ಒಂದು ಸೈನಿಕನ ಒಬ್ಬ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಈ ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಈ ವಾರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ದ ಆಫರ್, ಮೀರ್ ಜಾಫರ್ had become neutral in the Battle of Plassey. So the war started between Siraj-ud-Dowla and Robert Clive. Finally Siraj-ud-Dowla ran away from the battle and Robert Clive won the Battle of Plassey. By this war, the British was successful European country to capture one of the most important rich area. It is none other than Bengal region. So, this is about the Battle of Plassey. So, Robert Clive was successful person to attract the local kings with him. The local kings are Manik Chand, Omid Chand and Jagat Singh. So, finally here, and Robert Clive was successful person to convince Mir Jafar. Who is Mir Jafar? So, Mir Jafar, he was the leader of Sirajuddaulah military. So, Robert Clive was successful person to convince Mir Jafar by offering the Nawab of Bengal. If he neutral, so he would have become the Nawab of Bengal. So that as per the offer, Mir Jafar had become neutral in the Battle of Plassey. The war started between Sirajuddaulah and Robert Clive in the year 1757. So, Sirajuddaulah ran away from the battle and finally Robert Clive won the battle, and finally they successful to capture Bengal region. So, this is about Battle of Plassey. And next here, outcomes. What were the result of Battle of Plassey? Main here, the lack of unity among the Indians. The Battle of Plassey brought immorality among the Indians and lack of unity among the Indians. As per the offer, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, and British had gained exclusive rights over Bengal region. And main here, Mir Jafar had to pay rupee 17 crore and as well as relief fund 70 lakh because Sirajuddaulah attacked on William Fort. So, these are the outcomes of Battle of Plassey. So, as per the offer, Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal, but Mir Jafar, he not able to administrative Bengal region, so that in his place his nephew became the Nawab of Bengal. It is none other than Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim became Nawab of Bengal. Because of reason, Mir Jafar was unable, it means he was not able to rule Bengal region, so that in his place Mir Qasim became the Nawab of Bengal. So, this is about Battle of Plassey. Next move on, another important war, that is Battle of Buxar. So, Battle of Buxar is also most important war for British and as well as for Indian king. Before that, as I told while I was teaching Battle of Plassey, as per the offer of British, who became the Nawab of Bengal? Of course, Mir Jafar. But Mir Jafar was not able to rule, so that in his place, who became the Nawab of Bengal? Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim, he was the nephew of Mir Jafar. So, Mir Qasim was an efficient administrator. In the beginning, he was loyal to the company, he obeyed to the company and was very prompt with the company. He paid 2 lakh pounds to the British East India Company, and as well as he gave some places for British. And later on, he declared himself an independent king over the Bengal region, and later he verified all the dastakas was misused by British East India Company, so that very shortly he declared free trade in Bengal region. It was the most effect on British East India Company in the field of financial condition, because Dastakas, it was only belongs to the British East India Company. When Mir Qasim declared himself an independent king, and as well as he declared free trade in the Bengal region by verifying all the Dastakas, so that he declared free trade in Bengal region. That effect on British East India Company in the field of financial condition. So that British East India Company, British again, so Mir Qasim was removed by British. In his place, again Mir Jafar became the Nawab of Bengal. So Mir Qasim known all the cunningness of British East India Company, so that he made an alliance to defeat British. So Mir Qasim made an alliance with the local kings to defeat British. The local kings are, of course, Mir Qasim, the Nawab of Bengal, and Shah Alam II. Shah Alam II, he was the ruler of Mughal, and as well as Shuja ud Daula, the Nawab of Oudh. Mir Qasim made an alliance with these two kings. So finally, Mir Qasim had declared war against British. That war we call Battle of Buxar. So Battle of Buxar was started in the year 1764. The war started between Hector Munro versus Mir Qasim team. While doing battle, Mir Qasim ran away from the battlefield, and finally Shah Alam II, and Shah Alam II was surrendered by British army. So all the two wars were won by British. Battle of Plassey was also won by British, and Battle of Buxar was also won by British. And next move on, outcomes of Battle of Buxar. What were the outcomes of Battle of Buxar? How Battle of Buxar get many benefits for British East India Company. The first one outcome, Shah Alam II. Shah Alam II given Diwani rights to the British East India Company. Shah Alam II, he was a Nawab of Oudh. He was a Nawab of Mughal ruler. He given Diwani rights to British East India Company. Then what is the meaning of Diwani rights? Diwani rights, it means to collect land taxes. And second one outcome, Shah Alam II gave away all the rights over the Bengal region, and as well as he paid 26 lakhs to the British East India Company. Whichever rights he had, all the rights hand over to British, and as well as he paid 26 lakhs. And another important outcome, the Nawab of Oudh had to pay 50 lakh for British East India Company because for war. And last outcome, with the death of Mir Jafar, British East India Company gave pension amount for his son. So these are the outcomes of Battle of Buxar. So later on, Robert Clive was the main person to control or the South India, so that Robert Clive became the Governor General of Bengal region. So he implemented a new concept in Bengal region. That concept we call dual government concept. It was introduced by Robert Clive in the year 1765. 1765, Robert Clive implemented dual government concept. As per the concept, government they started to rule in Bengal region, and the Nawab also they started to rule in Bengal region. By this topic, today we completed history first lesson, the advent of Europeans to India. And thank you and have a great day.